I wish temptation announced itself. I wish it arrived loud and obvious, kicking doors down, so I could recognize it for what it was. But it doesn't. Most nights, it just waits. That night, it waited on my kitchen counter. My phone. Face down. Silent. The house was asleep. The kind of quiet that feels peaceful if you're at rest and unbearable if you're not. The fridge hummed. The clock ticked. My own breathing sounded too loud, like it was trying to escape my chest. Down the hallway, a thin line of light spilled from under the bedroom door. My wife was in there, sleeping, or maybe awake. Either way, she was there. I stood barefoot on cold tile and told myself I was just tired. That's always the first lie. I told myself it had been a long day, that I deserved a moment, that I wasn't planning to do anything. Temptation loves vague intentions. I picked up the phone. The screen stayed dark, reflecting my face back at me, older than I felt, more divided than I wanted to admit. On the fridge, held by a crooked sunflower magnet, was my son's drawing. Stick figures. A house. A sun that looked like it might fall off the page. Above it, in block letters that leaned left, he had written, "Dad is my hero." I stared at it until my throat tightened. There are moments when you feel split down the middle. One version of you is who your family believes you are. The other is who you are when no one's watching. The second one leaned in close. Just a minute. Just enough to take the edge off. You're not crossing any lines yet. Yet. I turned the phone over. The screen lit up instantly. Too bright. Too eager. My thumb hovered. And then it buzzed. A text. From my wife. "Are you still up?" My heart jumped like I'd been caught doing something illegal, which should have told me something. I stared at her name. I could have lied. Yeah, just grabbing water. That sentence was already forming in my head when the screen dimmed. I typed instead. Yeah. 3 dots appeared. Paused. Then, "Can you come in here? I had a bad dream." Of course she did. Love always interrupts at the worst moment. I stood there longer than I should have, long enough to feel the pull again, long enough to consider ignoring her. That's the part I don't like admitting. I wanted relief more than I wanted intimacy. I finally set the phone down and walked toward the bedroom. Each step felt heavier than the last, like the house was resisting me. She was sitting up when I opened the door, blanket pulled to her chest, hair messy, eyes tired. When she saw me, her shoulders dropped, relief she didn't know she'd been holding. "Hey," she whispered. "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wake you." "It's okay," I said. My voice cracked. She noticed. "You all right?" she asked. I sat on the edge of the bed. The mattress dipped. The room smelled like clean sheets and her lotion. Familiar. Safe. Dangerously so. "What was the dream?" I asked. She hesitated. Then quietly she said, "I dreamed you were here, but gone. Like you could hear me, but you couldn't see me." That one landed hard, because I'd been unseen long before tonight. "I'm not going anywhere," I said quickly. She looked at me, really looked. "That's not what I asked," she said. Silence stretched between us. "Can I ask you something?" she said. I nodded. "You don't have to protect me," she said. "I just want the truth." That sentence felt like standing on the edge of something. "Do you still struggle?" she asked. There it was. Not accusation, recognition. My chest tightened. I was standing in the kitchen with my phone in my hand. Her face didn't change, but something behind her eyes did. "I didn't do anything," I added. She flinched, not in anger, but grief. "I wanted to," I whispered. "I wanted the noise to stop." She swallowed. "I had a bad dream because I can feel when you disappear," she said. Disappear. That was the word. I looked down. "I don't know why I keep choosing this," I said. She reached for my hand. "Because it promises something," she said. I looked up. "It promises relief." There it was again. Relief. Not joy. Not love. Relief. Temporary anesthesia for a restless soul. I leaned back, staring at the ceiling. "I hate that I want it," I said. She nodded. "I know." She stood, walked to the nightstand, and opened the drawer. She pulled out a folded piece of paper and handed it to me. 4 lines, written by my hand on a better day. Sin promises relief. Jesus promises sight. Relief is short. Sight is sweet. "Read it," she said. I did. Once. Again. Something in me resisted. Because sight takes time. Relief is immediate. "I don't feel holy," I said. She shook her head. "This isn't about holiness. It's about what you want to see." I closed my eyes. I saw early mornings with scripture open. I saw my son praying, stumbling over words. I saw worship that didn't excite me, but steadied me. "I see someone who doesn't run from me," I said quietly. "Then go choose that," she said. I stood up. Back in the kitchen, the phone still waited. I picked it up again. This time, I unlocked it. My thumb hovered over the search bar. 1 letter would have been enough. I felt the pull, strong, familiar, urgent. This was the closest I'd come. Then I looked up. "Dad is my hero." Something broke. "No," I said out loud. I turned, opened the drawer, and dropped the phone inside, face down. I closed it. The sound felt final. I grabbed a pen and wrote a new note. "I am not your hero. Jesus is, but I am learning to see him." I placed it beside the drawing. I leaned against the counter, shaking. That's when I realized something. Sin didn't just want pleasure. It wanted blindness. It wanted God to feel far and relief to feel near. Purity wasn't about being better. It was about seeing clearly. I went back to the bedroom. She was waiting. "I almost didn't," I said. She nodded. "I know." We lay down. The light went off. In the dark, I whispered the words again, not like a slogan, but like a lifeline. "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God." And for the first time in a long time, I understood. Enjoying Jesus isn't what happens after purity. It's what makes purity possible. That night, I didn't feel strong. I felt clear, like someone had finally put glasses on my soul.